Okay, I guess we're ready. Ladies and gentlemen, welcome to Meet the Candidates. Can I get a big round of applause for Parker Regional Chamber of Commerce and Tourism for putting this event together? At this time, I'd like to ask everyone to please rise, remove your hats, and join me in the Pledge of Allegiance. I pledge allegiance to the flag of the United States of America and to the republic for which it stands, one nation, under God, indivisible, with liberty and justice for all. I almost said you may now be seated. Those of you who don't know me, my name is Brian Wiedemeyer. I am a school principal, so I usually follow that up with that in Parker Unified School District, but I was just thinking it was exactly 20 years ago. I was one of you. I was out there in Lake Havasu City running for city council, pounding signs in the dirt. I still have nightmares about those days and gathering signatures. I just want to personally say thank you all of you who have decided to make and serve your constituents and serve your community. It's a lot more gripes than it is thank yous, so I personally know that, so thank you from me. We are grateful that you have joined us this evening and taken this time to learn about the candidates seeking to serve our communities. To our candidates, thank you for being here tonight. We appreciate your willingness to serve and your dedication to our communities. Before we begin, a few housekeeping items. Restrooms are located down the hall to your right. Please feel free over here to the right to enjoy light refreshments that have been provided. And we kindly ask that everyone silence their cell phones and remain respectful throughout the evening. Tonight's format is simple. Each candidate will have 3 minutes to introduce themselves and discuss their platform. Karina will be serving as our timekeeper. Where are you at?
Right here.
All right. She will hold up a red card when there is 30 seconds remaining. When the 3-minute time limit has been reached, she will ring the bell. We ask that everyone remain quiet and attentive while the candidates are speaking and show respect to all participants. Following the presentations, candidates may use the table located at the back of the room to answer additional questions and visit one-on-one with attendees. At this time, I would like to invite Tracy from the La Paz County Elections Department to come forward and share some very important information with us. Thank you, Tracy.
Hello, everybody. My name is Tracy Page, and I'm the Elections Director. I would just like to let you guys know some important things about the election. The election day is July 21st. Holds open at 6 a.m. till 7 p.m. You can vote at any of the vote centers in Parker United Methodist Church, Bridger, at the La Paz County Voting and Safety Building, La Pera Elementary School, Dallas Community Building, Salone BMW, Portside Community Center, Cibole Wildlife Refuge, and the Ehrenberg Fire Station. I also want to let you guys know that if you are registered as an independent, you can still vote in the primary election. You just have to choose which ballot you want to vote. You can pick a Republican, Democrat, or a no labels ballot. Also, new in 2026, you can ask to have your ID verified when you drop off your early ballot at any vote center on election day. You will be required to show acceptable ID confirming your name and address on your ID match the name and address on the affidavit. Then your early ballot envelope will be stamped, ID verified, and placed in a separate ballot box ready for tabulation, bypassing the signature verification process at the recorder's office. We're also looking for poll workers still, so if anyone wants to make a little extra cash and help defend our democracy, come be a poll worker. And make sure you have the proper ID when you go to vote. You'll need a photo identification with your address and your name the same as your voter record. If it's not the same, like if you move or your license is expired, utility bill, voter registration card, Arizona vehicle registration, insurance ID card, property tax statement. So just bring everything you have in and we'll get you voted. And that's all I have. And now I'm gonna have Richard, the reporter, come talk to you guys.
Good evening, everybody. Richard Garcia, Austin County Recorder. Just want to share some dates with you for the upcoming election. June 6th, this Saturday, we'll be sending out all the UOCAVA ballots to our military and overseas citizens. June 22nd is the voter registration deadline. So if you have any party, if you want to update your party or residential address, or you have to have a name change, make sure to make that update by the 22nd. You can come into my office, fill out a form there, or you can go online to the MBD. That website is the azmbdnow.gov. Also, if you want to verify your voter information, you can do that in the Secretary of State's website, which is my.arizona.vote. June 24th is the first day early voting starts. In-person early voting starts on the 24th. Also, that's the same day we send out any mail ballots that are on the active early voting list. We'll be mailing out those ballots that day as well, or if you made a one-time request. Also, on July 10th is the last day of request ballot. So, again, we recommend that you when you get the ballot by mail, vote it and send it in as soon as you can. That way we don't space it to the postal system. Or you can just come and drop it off at the recorder's office. We have a drop box there, so you can go in there and drop it off. You don't want to mail it back. July 17th is the last day to vote early in person. So that's a Friday. We'll be open from 8 till 7 o'clock. So by law, we have to be open till 7 p.m. on that day, Friday preceding the election. So if you have any questions in regards to voter registration, ballot by mail, early voting in person, please reach out to my office at 928-669-6136. Follow our Facebook page for any updates. We will be setting up in satellite voting locations throughout the county during the 27-day period of early voting. We'll be out at Portside, Simone, Dallas, and we extended out to Central as well. So, any questions, please reach out to us. And also what Tracy was mentioning about your verifying your showing your ID when you drop off your ballots. We will be doing that there at the recorder's office as well. So if you present your ID, it bypasses the signature verification process, which speeds up the whole process of verifying the early ballots. It is time consuming, so if you do present your ID, it bypasses the signature verification. So again, if you have any questions, please call my office. Thank you.
Okay, we're going to start. We will now begin our candidate introductions. May I please have all candidates for State Representative District 30 come to the front. We will proceed in alphabetical order. Please introduce yourself, and when you are finished, pass the microphone to the next candidate.
Alphabetical last name first. So you guys know each your names. 3 minutes, yeah, 3 minutes, and then Karina's in the back. She'll give you a little red card one.
Good evening. Hello, can you hear me? Okay, sorry about that. Good evening, Parker. Thank you for showing up after a long work day. I'm running because LaPaz County doesn't need more talk. We need someone who shows up, listens, and fights. That's why I'm honored to have 3 people you know and trust standing with me. First, water. It's our way of life here on the river. I'm endorsed by La Paz County Supervisor Holly Irwin. Holly has spent nearly 2 decades fighting to protect our groundwater in La Paz from Wyndham to Siloam, pushing back on the uncontrolled pumping that dries up wells and cracks our land. I'm also endorsed by former Representative Regina Cobb from Kingman, who took that same fight to Phoenix to protect rural water before it was popular. They both back me because they know that I won't sell our water to the highest bidder. I will stand up for La Paz first. Second, education. Our kids can't learn if they aren't in the classroom. I'm endorsed by County School Superintendent Lonnie Lewis. I didn't just talk about education in a press release. I sat down with Lonnie and several school superintendents, and we talked through real plans to boost attendance in Siloam, Linden, where every student counts. That meeting wasn't about politics, it was about buses, breakfast programs, and getting parents involved. If we want a future here, we invest in those classrooms now. Third, public safety. You deserve to feel safe in your home and on the river. I'm proud to have the support of Sheriff William Pons. I spent 45 minutes at Shop with a Cop with your police chief and Sheriff Pons. Not campaigning, just listening. I left with a full notebook of what they need. More deputies on night shift, better equipment, and backup from the county when calls spike in the summer. I told them I'd be their voice, and they told me that they trust me to deliver water, education, law enforcement. Those are the top issues that I've heard from this district. I heard them going to Bouse, Quartzsite, Heron Parker, Holly Irwin, Regina Cobb, Lonnie Lewis, and Sheriff Pons all believe that I'm the best candidate for this job because I've done the work of showing up. I don't pretend to have all the answers, but I promise you this. I will stand up and fight for La Paz every single day. I'm asking you for your vote so I can stand up for you. My name is Grace Hecht. I'm born and raised in Bullhead City, and I'm ready to fight for La Paz. Thank you.
I have to rewrite my speech. 3 minutes, very short. So, good evening, Parker. Thank you for the opportunity to introduce myself. I am Catherine Lopez Rajini. I'm here tonight because I'm applying for a job to be your next Arizona State House of Representative, LD30. I'm a proud American First Conservative who believes deeply in God, my family, and a free American. I have called this district my home for nearly 50 years. My husband Glenn and I have raised our 2 beautiful daughters here. We have built our businesses here and above all found our community here. From serving as part of Rotary, the Chamber of Commerce, and the St. Vincent de Paul Society, and to leading our Mojave County 4-H group, which is the project group, and our local troop, our Girl Scout troop. We have always showed up for our neighbors. Now I'm running for representative because this is our home, and our home is worth fighting for. I believe that leadership is shown through action, not titles. I started in the financial industry at the age of 17 years old. I haven't simply talked about the economy. I've worked hard in it for the last 23 years as a business owner. My husband and I have done construction and remodeling companies for decades. I know what it is and means to sign the front of paychecks, and I will use the real estate and finance experience to protect our property rights, demand a balanced state budget, and cut the red tape that is preventing us from building affordable housing. I also built a regional insurance agency from the ground up. Right now, families across the state are being brought by insurance carriers. There's nowhere to run. I will use my direct industry experience to fight for and be proactive for homeowners protection so Arizona's don't go unprotected. When it comes to education and economy, our district knows just how much trades matter. Recognizing community needs and the value of technical skills. Glenn and I co-founded the Academy of Building Industries, which is a trade high school, because we believe in school choice and student opportunities. A tradesman certificate is just as valuable as a college diploma. And in Phoenix, I would fiercely
champion our skilled labor force. Finally, I understand rural communities like Parker face unique public safety and infrastructure challenges. Having served 10 years on the fire board, I know how vital rural emergency services are. When our roads flood and highways bottleneck, our sewer system fails, it's public safety hazard. So again, I'm Catherine Lopez Rajani. I'm running for Arizona House of Representatives. I look forward to taking some of your questions later this evening. And again, when you go to the ballot to the polls, please remember me. I'm the longest name on the ballot. Thank you very much. God bless you and God bless America.
Good evening. My name is David Rose, and I'm running for Arizona House of Representatives. I've been endorsed by current state representative John Gillette to replace him in the Arizona House. I currently have the great honor of serving as the president of the Lake Havasu Unified School District Governing Board, where we have led our district to be one of the first in the nation to ban DEI, both in academics, in hiring practices, and in contracts. We also banned boys and girls sports, and we banned harsh chemicals and food dyes in school lunches, being one of the first in the nation to do that. We also discovered $26 million of unreported funds to the governing board in an audit that we had done. We were able to take those funds and give teachers the largest raise in our school district that they've ever seen, because our teachers matter and funding needs to be given in the classroom and not to administration. So we've been able to do great things. We've also focused on raising our test scores and academics in our classrooms. Right now we are piloting 3 schools that are going to be examples of what smaller classroom sizes can look like, because we understand that that is a need in public schools today. We also just, in our last school board meeting, approved for ESA families to be able to partner with our school district. So that means families that choose ESA, they can now take, their children can take classes in our school district, and they can participate on our sports teams, because we support also parents' choice. I'm running for the Arizona House because we need fighters who are going to show up at the state capitol and fight not just for Lake Havasu, Kingman, and Bullhead, but for Parker. Today I just arrived from the state capitol and had a great meeting today with Speaker Montenegro, who is also supporting my campaign. And we talked about the infrastructure needs right here in Parker. I've had conversations with Holly Irwin, with the sheriff, from the needs of water to law enforcement. And the speakers agreed after the primary to come here and to meet with the community leaders, to meet with the mayor, to meet with law enforcement, and actually let's get to work to do what is best for La Paz County, because the common thing I hear when I speak to people here in the community is you feel left behind and you feel unheard. That's unacceptable, and as your next state representative, I'm going to make sure that La Paz County and Parker is represented at the state capitol, and your voice will be heard whenever I'm there. I'm also going to fight not just for your voice to be heard, but I'm going to fight for our children's voices to be heard. I'm going to fight for parents' voices to be heard. There's a lot of needs in the state of Arizona, and we must stand up now and protect the state. We are going to fight for education. Right now, Arizona leads 47th in the nation, falls behind 47th in the nation when it comes to student achievement. That is unacceptable. We should fix the problem. That means we need to get back to reading, writing, and arithmetic. I've already met with your superintendent. We've had those conversations. You have a county superintendent who is ready to do great things. I'm looking forward to be your next state representative. My name is David Rose. God bless you, and God bless Arizona.
Hello, Parker.
Hello.
Can you guys hear me?
A little louder.
Hello, Parker. My name is Caroline Strucker. Can you guys hear me? Yes. Okay. My name is Caroline Strucker. I'm running for the Arizona House of Representatives. I spent time here in Parker. For those of you who don't know, my father was Dr. Robert Strucker. I have personal experience, and between my father and myself, we have served Parker for almost 50 years combined. I'm a nurse practitioner. Of course, my dad was a doctor, my mom was a nurse, and therefore I'm a nurse practitioner. Although I wasn't employed at La Paz myself, I flew with Care Flight, so I understand the needs of this community, especially when it comes to medical. And being a professor in the nursing program at Mojave Community College, I'll spend 30 seconds to summarize what I want to fight for at the state legislature. The RISE Act of I is for integrity and infrastructure, S is for safety, and E is for exceptional healthcare and education. I have the combined experience. I teach at Mojave College. I'm already accredited with Medicare and Medicaid. I've already been fighting, just like my dad, against the insurance companies who want to overtax, who want to extort us across the fraud and Medicare waste and across our medical issues. So really, what it comes to is that I don't come prepared with political speeches, but I speak to you from my mind and my heart. None of my speeches are ever the same, and I'm not just a part of the political machine. My dad fought for it, I fight for it, my children are here in this community. I have been appointed by Supervisor Gold. I'm already the Vice President for the Mojave County Board of Health. I was the Arizona alternate delegate at the RNC to vote for President Trump, and these are just some of the fights. And I went to Georgetown. I went from Mojave to Georgetown University. I didn't graduate from there because they had too much DEI and it was way too expensive. So I went to Maryville and I got my master's in family nurse practitioner. I work in the emergency department in Las Vegas, and these are just some of the issues that I want to do at the Arizona State Legislature. How much time do I have left? 1 minute. Okay, cool. What else do I have? I've been a part of Arizona, the Young Republicans, and recently joined the Young Americans for Liberty as well. So I understand that even though this is a Republican race, that we really need to combine and work across the board at the state legislature. We do have to work with the Democrats. This is a reality. And overall, it's making about not just America first, but Arizona first. So I hope to do that as a representative in the state legislature. How much time do I have left? 30 seconds. 30 seconds. My name is Caroline Strecker. I'm the daughter of Dr. Robert Strecker. Go to my website, streckerforstate48.com. Thank you, Parker.
Okay, at this time, may I please have all candidates for county assessor come to the front? You will proceed in alphabetical order. Please introduce yourself, and when you are finished, pass the microphone to the next candidate. It looks like it's just you. Good luck.
Good evening, everyone. I am Carrie Ann Wilder, and I'm your current La Paz County Assessor. If you'd asked me a couple of years ago what office I was going to be holding, assessor was not on my radar. I was headed down a very different path, running for county supervisor, which I think all of La Paz County knows I lost by a few votes, right? That was a pretty hard lesson to learn at the time. I was like, oh, okay, that didn't go the way I thought it would. But looking back, everything happened the way it was supposed to happen. And I can see that now, I just didn't know it then. Now, I'm not one that sits on the sideline very easily. I don't stay put, you can ask my husband. So, shortly after that, I started looking at what was I going to do next. And for me, if there are issues that affect our veterans or our kids, or there's community projects or county government, and I think it needs to be built, fixed, or improved upon, you'll usually find me right in the middle of it. And so I started looking for what I was going to do next, and I knew that I wanted to still do something to support the people of La Paz County. And Anna happened to be looking for an appraiser, a job I knew nothing about, but I knew I could learn. So I went to work for the assessor's office. Since then, my career seems to be on an 8-month schedule. I spent 8 months learning how to be an appraiser, 8 months being chief deputy, and then Anna made the difficult decision to take care of herself and her family and step down. And that led me to being your appointed assessor. And by the time this election is over, take a wild guess how long I will have been doing this job. 8 months. I don't know if it was good timing or bad timing or the universe's great sense of humor, but it seems like somebody has decided every 8 months I need a new job. What I did find along the way is that this is exactly where I need to be. I love this job. I love the people. I love what I'm doing. And so if it's all with you all, I'd like to keep this one for a while. Thank you. Thank you very much.
Okay, may I please have all candidates for county school superintendent come to the front? We will proceed in alphabetical order. Please introduce yourself and when you are finished.
All right, good morning, everybody, or good evening, everybody. First of all, I know most people in here. My name is Doc. Most of you know me as, and otherwise, you know me as Lonnie Lewis. I am honored to serve as your current appointed La Paz County Superintendent of Schools, and I stand before you today with one clear purpose: work tirelessly and deliver results to the students, educators, families, and communities of La Paz County. Service has been in my foundation of life. I'm a veteran of foreign war with more than 12 years of honorable military service. I learned the values of leadership, accountability, and discipline, and putting the mission before myself. Those principles continue to guide me every day as I serve the people of this county. I am also an educator, a coach, a mentor, family man, and an advocate for our youth. Throughout my career, I have worked to create opportunities that strengthen education, build character, and prepare students for success both inside and outside the classroom. When I accepted the responsibility of serving as your county superintendent, I did so with the understanding that this office exists to serve our schools and our communities. I did not step into this position as a stepping stone or a retirement plan. I accepted it because I believe our students deserve a leader who is present, engaged, and continue to get results seeking that takes office here and today. I have focused on creating a more active, responsive, and collaborative superintendent's office. I've spent my time listening to our districts, supporting our educators, building partnerships, and advocating for opportunities that directly benefit our students and our communities. As a key part of the mission is ensuring that La Paz County receives the representation, respect, and attention it deserves. Too often in our rural communities, we are overlooked by statewide conversations. I am committed to making sure that does not happen here. I will work with legislators, state agencies, local governments, and educational leaders to ensure our voices are heard here in La Paz County. My job is to represent our teachers, our administrators, our support staff, the governing boards, students, and families. It is my responsibility to make sure decision makers know who we are, understand our needs, and recognize that La Paz County matters. I believe the best solutions come through collaboration. That is why I've worked to strengthen partnerships amongst our schools, our county departments, law enforcement, community organizations, businesses, and our elected officials. Together, we can build a united La Paz County, where every district is supported, every educator is heard, and every student has the opportunity to succeed regardless of their zip code. I believe leadership is about service. It's about showing up, listening, and working hard, and earning trust through our actions. The future of La Paz County is sitting in our classrooms today. The decisions we make now shape the opportunities available to the next generation, and I'm committed to working to do the work. Strengthening our schools, advocating for our communities, ensuring every student has the opportunity to succeed. Together, we can build La Paz County. Thank you for your trust, your support, and the opportunity to serve. Most of all, God bless our students, our educators, La Paz County, and of course, the great United States of America. Thank you.
Okay, at this time, may I please have all candidates for clerk of the Superior Court come to the front. We will proceed in alphabetical order. Please introduce yourself, and when you are finished, pass the microphone to the next candidate.
Good evening, everyone. My name is Holly Lucas. I'm honored to serve as your current La Paz County Superior Court clerk. I'd like to take this opportunity to thank the Parker Area Chamber of Commerce and all of you for attending tonight. It's truly a privilege to stand before you to share a little bit about myself, talk about the work my office does, and ask for your support for re-election in 2026. I was appointed by the governor in 2021 to fill the vacant position. I've had the honor of being elected by the voters of La Paz County in Parker for 39 years, and I'm proud to be raising my family here. Because I grew up here, I understand our community, our values, and our culture. I know how important it is to have a legal system that is fair, accessible, and serves everyone with integrity. As clerk of the Superior Court, it's my duty to ensure that my office carries out all the duties and responsibilities as outlined by the Arizona statutes and court rules. Here's a quick look at what we do every day. We're the first stop when someone wants to file a Superior Court case. Some of those types are civil, criminal, family, or probate. We record and maintain all court documents, ensuring access to the public and legal community. As the jury commissioner, I am responsible for qualifying and creating the jury pool for summoning for the Superior Court, Justice Court, and Magistrate Courts. That's me who sends jury summons. It's my top priority to ensure that both my team and myself are committed to treating every person with dignity, respect, and compassion, while maintaining professionalism and upholding the law. We're aware that most people come to our office during a stressful or uncertain time in their life. Over the past few years, I've worked hard to make the clerk's office more efficient, more accessible, and more customer focused. As the clerk of the court, it's important to me to stay actively involved in the judicial committees. I'm currently serving on the Arizona Commission of Access to Justice, the Judicial Officer Supervisor Training Work Group, and a participating member in the Arizona State Tribal and Federal Courts Forum. This work on these committees allows me to collaborate across the jurisdictions, stay informed on our best practices, and bring these improvements back to better serve our community. While I'm proud of what my team and I have accomplished together, I know there's still more work to do. I take my role as your elected clerk of the Superior Court very seriously. I remain committed to serving the community with honesty, transparency, integrity, and care. That is why I respectfully ask for your continued trust and support on July 21st. Thank you.
May I please have all candidates for judge of the Superior Court come to the front. We will proceed in alphabetical order. Please introduce yourself, and when you are finished, pass the microphone to the next candidate.
So my name is Amy Dale. I'm asking for your vote for a Superior Court judge. Yes, I have laryngitis. Could not be worse timing. No, I am not sick. No, it doesn't hurt because everybody asks me. And if I say something you don't catch, ask me to repeat it. I can't promise I'll do it the second time either. So, I am a felony trial attorney. I practice in La Paz County and Mojave County both. I am extremely familiar with the issues that La Paz faces as far as being adjacent to the state, tourism, trafficking, drugs, the issue we have with recidivism and the people that we have that live here. I'm involved in treatment courts in Mojave County. Man, I would love to be able to do some treatment courts down here. Just sending people to prison is not always the answer. I have over 10 years of representation. I have represented for all across the board. I've been a public defender. I am now in private practice, and I represent everything from criminal to civil to juveniles. If it comes across the court, I've represented it. In addition to that, I'm a former police officer. That was a blast, but you get too old for that eventually. I've also served on the board of CASA, Court-Appointed Special Advocates, that help with children that are in foster homes. I do that in Mojave County. I'd love to be involved in the one down here. I'll be looking forward to doing that as well. I also assist CASA with their programs, back-to-school programs, Christmas programs, things like that. I've been doing that for 9 years. Hey, there it is. I also do Christmas parties around here for the last 9 years, and I do trunk or treats for foster children, only foster children. It costs me about $800 a year, $800 on Halloween. Anyways, we
At this time, may I please have all candidates for Justice of the Peace come to the front. We will proceed in alphabetical order. Please introduce yourself. And when you are finished, pass the microphone to the next candidate.
Thank you, everyone. I am Tiffany Dyer. I am the judge now for the La Paz County Justice Court. I've been there since 2018 because of all your guys' support, and I really appreciate that. Serving you, I continue to be fair and just, like Tom Dorsey just said, I follow the law. The rule is, and apply that to all of my cases. My court continues to strive with the public and be abiding by legislative laws. They change all the time, down from civil traffic down to DUIs. We have to keep up to date with that. Just like Polly, we have to give our staff the updates that we have to abide by. Since the consolidation, we've proven that with the training and guidance that we are able to tackle those functions. It was rough, but hey, we did it. And I think because of the staff that I have, I won't take up their 3 minutes, but thank you, La Paz County, for having the trust in me. I really appreciate it, and I love my job. There's days that are a little stressful and harder than others, but I really respect my job, and I love it. So, sorry, I'm not feeling good.
We have 2 left. We're getting down to the good stuff. May I please have all candidates for Town of Parker council member come to the front. We will proceed in alphabetical order. Please introduce yourself, and when you are finished, pass the microphone to the next candidate.
Convinced, and I'm realizing here, right in front of you and God, I'm in this doing it. 7 years ago, I purchased my home, and this is an amazing town. Finally retired. I would like to share a town council issue with you that happened this past April. The property behind me on Desert Avenue, once home to 22 horses, was sold. The new owner wanted to get the property rezoned. When my longtime neighbors got wind of the project, we all came together determined to save our neighborhood. The new owners were proposing to build 12 units, trailer park with 5 large garages. Myself and the best neighbors in Parker came together, wrote a letter, collected signatures, and appeared at town council to speak about how invasive this project would be to our family-friendly town. So after deliberation, we
So it goes to show you, teamwork makes the dream work. Remember Anna Bride on July 21st, so I can keep communication, accountability, and transparency. I was very fortunate to be pursued by the Warner Brothers Studios as an analytical strategist providing creative problem solving. I was a troubleshooter. I would think that my knowledge and experience would be a great addition to the town of Parker. Some of you know me, and some of you don't. But to explain myself as a candidate for the town council, I would like to say I'm determined to make a difference, keeping our water safe, along with giving support to our children, homeless, and seniors. Always enjoying the journey. Thankful, grateful, and motivated to serve you. So vote for Anna Bride, a common sense candidate, for your hard-earned tax dollars that should be used to benefit our community. Without trust.
Good evening. I am Erica Daniels, and I am honored to be running for re-election to the Parker Town Council. My roots run deep in this community. Generations of my family have called Parker home, and I am incredibly proud of that legacy they left behind. From working the fields to becoming farmers and building businesses and serving and advocating for our community, they helped shape Parker for what we know today. Their hard work, commitment, and love for this town instilled in me and the values I carry every day. If you had asked me years ago if I'd be running for a public office, I would have laughed and said no. Politics was never part of my plan. My journey to town council began during a very difficult time in my life. After being involved in a serious car accident with my children, I found myself sitting at home, asking who's going to set up and help make these change in our community. Then I realized there's something important. If I wanted to change, I needed to be the change. That decision led me to run for town council, and it is why I continue to serve every day. Over the last 3 years, our town has faced challenges, transitions, audits, and leadership changes. Those moments tested all of us. But they also revealed the strength of our community. Our employees continued serving, our residents stayed engaged, and together, we kept Parker moving. I am proud to have been a part of the council that remained focused on stability, accountability, and doing what is best for our community. Those experiences reinforce my belief that working together, we can continue building on positive experiences, reinforced by belief that working together, we can continue building on positive change while keeping Parker a great place to live, work, and raise a family. I do not have any special interests, and I do not have any hidden agenda. My responsibility is to the residents of this community. I believe good government starts with listening. It requires respect, transparency, accountability, and willingness to work together, even when we don't always agree. Where some see obstacles, I see opportunities. I have never been satisfied with hearing, that's just the way it's always been. Progress doesn't happen by standing still. It happens when we have the courage to ask, how can we do better, while protecting the values and the traditions that make Parker special. I believe our town's future is bright. We are a community built on hard work, resilience, and pride. We have accomplished a great deal, and there is still a lot more important work ahead of us. My commitment remains the same. It is when I first ran: positive leadership, responsible decision-making, and keeping Parker a great place to live, work, and raise a family for generations to come. Parker has given so much to my family and I. It has been an honor to serve this community, and I'll be grateful for the opportunity to continue serving as a member of the Parker Town Council. Thank you for your time, and I respectfully ask for your vote.
Single digits, I'm gonna put them down.
Can you hear me?
Yep.
Good evening, everybody. I'd like to start out by thanking the Parker Chamber of Commerce and the Community Center for hosting us and allowing me to introduce myself. My name is Alan May. I'm the owner-operator of the 12th Street Barber Shop and a and a 5th generation Parker local. My family has been here since 1908, since Parker's inception. I have deep roots here, and I grew up here during the 70s and 80s, and I remember a different Parker. It was a little oasis. Parks were green, pools were packed with families, yards were neat, streets looked cared for. Everywhere you looked, you saw pride. Not because somebody was forcing you to, because you wanted to, because it was your town. At 17, I left Parker like a lot of young people do, and I headed for the big city. By 19, I was working in the oil fields of Alaska in conditions most folks wouldn't last a weekend. I learned real fast that excuses don't get jobs done. You either show up and do the work, or you go home. Nobody's coming to save you. Nobody's going to do it for you. You have to dig deep, figure it out, and get it done. And that's what shaped me. This is the same energy I bring into my own business every day. I learned how to work, I learned how to lead, and I learned how to push when things got tough. And believe it or not, I learned to enjoy it. That's exactly how I live in this council position. I'm not running because I want a title, or I want my picture taken, or I enjoy sitting in meetings. I'm running because I care about Parker, and I believe this position requires work, real work. Excuse me. Work before meetings, work after meetings, work talking to residents, work paying attention to details, work looking for opportunities to improve things instead of assuming everything is fine, because that's the way it's always been. I have the energy to do that work, and most importantly, I have the desire to do that work. I'm not saying Parker is broken, far from it. I love this town, and this is the place I chose to raise my family in. But I see opportunities that others don't. I see ways that we can clean up our town, which is exactly why I've been hosting a cemetery cleanup for the last 3 years, which is very successful. I see ways we can improve our streets, our parks, our recreation, and our overall pride. And when people drive through our town, they can see it. Sometimes we spend too much time looking at problems and not enough time rolling up our sleeves and solving them. Parker deserves leaders willing to put in that elbow grease. If elected, that's exactly what I'll do. I will ask questions, I will do my homework, and I will work hard. Every decision I make comes down to one simple question. What's best for Parker, and what's best for Parker people? Thank you.
Hey, thank you for being here this evening, and thank you to the Parker Area Chamber of Commerce for hosting this event. Politics is deeply personal. It's not about a distant theory. It's about our daily lives here in Parker. It's about clean water coming from our taps. It's about the safety of our neighborhoods, our street and park updates and upgrades, and the financial transparency of the town of Parker. True leadership means tackling our biggest challenges head on. A partnership between the town of Parker and the Colorado River Indian Tribes was created in December of 1969 to govern the joint venture wastewater system. The board was made up of 2 members from Parker Town Council, 2 members from the Colorado River Indian Tribe Council, and 1 member at large. Today, the system serves approximately 5,000 residents, both tribal and non-tribal, along with local businesses. However, the original infrastructure has exceeded its designed lifespan and is now operating at maximum capacity. Because the system has reached its useful life and has hit its physical limits, we had to implement temporary moratorium. Addressing the challenge this critical requires strong leadership and the courage to make decisions. Addressing the challenge requires critical leadership, and again, this is why the commitment to upgrade the system is so personal. This is about our town. This is about our sustainability. The town of Parker and CRIT are actively engaged to secure federal and system upgrades, which cost approximately $20 million. Resolving this infrastructure challenge is the most important step we must take to safely lift the moratorium and protect our environment. This has been my project for the last couple of years. I've done everything humanly possible to educate myself, to attend meetings, to talk to congressmen, to do what it takes. $20 million is what this community needs to sustain itself. I actually told one of our congressmen, for $20 million, you people don't even know probably how you spent $20 million. That is the difference in this community. I don't want us to look like a third world country where we can't flush our toilets. This has been my project, and this is where we're going to need that funding. We have also protected your hard-earned money. I'm incredibly proud to remind the town of Parker we still have no property tax. When you look at the tax bill, there's no property tax for the town of Parker. My time's up. I'm talking in the back. I have plenty more to say.
Good evening, everyone. First, thank you all for being here tonight, and thank you for caring about our community and the future of Parker. For those of you that may not know me, my name is Messina Chanel Gilbert, and I'm running for Parker Town Council because I truly believe I can make a positive difference for our town. Parker is a great little town to live in. We have great people, strong families, and a community that still believes in helping one another. Sure, we have work to do. Every town does. But Parker is a special place. It's worth working hard for. As I've been out knocking doors in the community, I've learned what the top concerns in Parker are. Of course, the sewer, the fire hydrants, the town youth activities, and maintenance and beautification. One thing people should know about me is this. When I see a problem, I work hard to find solutions. I don't believe in sitting back and complaining. I believe in showing up, listening, asking questions, and doing the work. That's how I've lived my life in this community. I volunteered for years through youth sports, parks and recreation, scholarship programs, the library board, the senior center board, community organizations, and many other local efforts. In rural communities like ours, volunteerism matters. So many of the things we love about Parker only happen because people are willing to step up. People get involved and serve. I've always believed in being one of those people. I've also continued to prepare myself for public service. I've earned my degree in Homeland Security and Emergency Management because I wanted to better understand leadership, emergency preparedness, and how government can work effectively for the people it serves. Through my professional experience in administration, public safety, and community service, I've gained valuable insight. Those experiences have taught me how important organization, efficiency, planning, and follow-through are when it comes to serving people effectively. I worked in leadership positions at a local and county level, and I've worked hard to build relationships at a state level that can help bring opportunities, resources, and support back to Parker in the future. I believe preparation matters, persistence matters, showing up matters. This campaign is not about politics for me, it's about Parker. It's about protecting what makes this town special, while continuing to move forward in positive and responsible ways for future generations. I want to continue building a Parker that families are proud to call home, businesses are excited to invest in, and the future generations want to stay connected to. Thank you.
May I please have all candidates for Town of Quartzsite Council member come to the front. We will proceed in alphabetical order. Please introduce yourself. And when you are finished, pass the mic.
The reason why I'm running for council member is because I've been a resident of basically California all my life, born and raised and retired. I decided to move to Quartzsite to get out of California to be in a better, closer place to my children and my grandchildren. I've been a nurse for 30 years, a pediatric nurse. I've been a certified social service for geriatric patients and activity directing. I've been involved in my community with Boy Scouts, Cub Scouts, PTA, fundraisers, and when I retired here in Quartzsite, to be closer to my children, I was sitting, not doing anything, so I decided to get back involved in my community. So I have been volunteering and I forced my husband to volunteer with me on all aspects of Quartzsite in, basically in the safety, public safety, public cleanup. I believe in God. I believe in the Second Amendment. I am a true Republican. I need to protect our veterans. We need to fund our police officers and our fire department. Protect our water rights that we have, but we don't have very good water rights in Quartzsite. And protect our voting rights. I decided to get involved. I've been at every single meeting since I've been in Quartzsite, of every department, every town meeting that we have at the council meeting. I don't have any education in town council, but I've learned a lot. I think that if I can go to school and become a nurse, then I think that I can learn to become a good council member so that we can have transparency and accountability for the town of Quartzsite. I fear that our town is not doing so well right now, and I'm here to fight as much as I can